Hello everybody on YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, inviting you to check this out. The show we take a look at the sort of decks we want to take a look at, be they troll decks, meta decks, rogue decks, casual decks, and we have ourselves a good time. Today is day 3 of the almighty Scrap Week, and we are going to be taking a look at Scrap Trains. That's right, a very much going second hybrid build, which is one part scrap combo into big old link monsters, and one part trains for OONGA BOONGA big beat sticks. So, we're going to be going second a lot today, trying to build up a nice board, going for some OTKs, and just some nice straightforward battling. I mean, we've been doing some nice combo decks recently. I want to do something that's a bit more straightforward, and that's what we'll be doing today. So, don't forget, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Let's know that you enjoy what I do, and consider subscribing to help the channel get even further beyond. So, real quick, let's go over the deck list, and then get right into the duels. So for our main deck today, we have 3 copies each of Night Express Knight, Super Express Bullet Train, and a Heavy Freight Train Derrick Crane, along with 1 Machina Citadel. We have 2 copies of Scrap Golem, 2 Ruffian Rail cards with a Crystron Rosenix, 2 copies of Flying Pegasus Railroad Stampede, 1 Scrap Chimera, 3 copies of Scraptor, 3 copies of Scrap Recycler. We have Terraforming, Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn, Double Limiter Removal, 1 Call of the Grave, 2 copies of Urgent Schedule, 1 copy of Set Rotatus, 3 copies of Scrap Factory, 1 copy of Revolving Switchyard, and some Imperms to interrupt our opponent. As for the extra deck, we have things like Masquerada, Double-Headed Anger Knuckle, 2 copies of Scrap Wyvern. We have 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 copy of Access Code Talker, 1 Unchained Abomination, and an Avermax, all for our scrap combos. We have things like number 35, the Ravenous Tarantula, 1 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon, Super Gustav Maximum, 1 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon, Super Dora, 1 copy of number 84, Pain Gainer, along with Juggernaut Libe. We also have number 77, Level 7 Sins, and 1 Scrap Twin Dragon. As for the side deck, if you want to be a little bit heavier on the machine side of things, you can go for some Machinas, but I'm playing Machina Scraps later this week, so I'm not going to be doing that today. Although you could also take in a copy of the OG Scrap Dragon. I just going to casually slide him in there if my mouse will allow it. There we go. You can throw that in there if you want an emergency level 8 Synchro. But that's all to do. So, that's our deck here today, everybody. Let's now head out into EDO Pro, show this deck off, show you how it works, and we'll have ourselves a good time. Alrighty, our first opponent. Another day, another card game. We like to go second with today's deck. Very much a going second sort of thing. Let's see here. Well, Derrick Crane's here. Scraptor is here. Reborn the Monster is here. And, what is this? Oh, this is that new archetype. I had to deal with these the other day. They're very annoying. They're basically like, if you do something, something annoying happens. So what does this one do? Add a do. When this card occurs an attack, opponent activates a monster effect. Look at your opponent's extra deck. Banish the monster face down. Yeah. Is that once per turn? Okay, that is once per turn. I was about to say, I didn't see a once per turn there. And, yeah, basically, if I do a monster effect, he gets to look at my top 5 cards, banish a card. Look at my extra deck, banish a card. Oh, it's an annoying thing. Very, very annoying thing. And what does this one do? Opponent places a spell, target 3 cards opponent's grave, banish them face down. Okay, that one I can get around, because I can just play my field spell right away, and then I don't lose anything, basically. I don't know, Konami. What are you doing with new archetypes? Control a monster special summon from the hand, but he has monsters. How did he special summon this thing? Oh yeah, he get normal summon level 7s without tribute. What is Konami thinking with our new archetypes here? Like, what is the joy of this archetype, I should ask? Okay, that's kind of cool. Like, it's literally an archetype where if you go first, you just punish your opponent for playing the game. That or it gives everyone very much incentive to run Lightning Storm. Which today I am not. So, little bit of a problem there. Because I kind of needed to do things. So, what is he going to make? Diablos. Okay, well, that kind of helps. I mean, that's less stuff that I had to deal with. I mean, that's going to hit card in extra deck. And this is something else. What on earth is this creature? Special summon a dude from the deck. Only uses fight once per turn. Each time opponent card is banished. Choose an unused main monster zone or a spell trap zone. Cannot be used while this card's face on the zone. Well. That's really annoying. So basically every time a card of mine's banished, you can just choose a zone and say no to it. No, Libe! I needed you for things. Alrighty. Well. Certainly annoying, not gonna lie. Does that chain? That chains. Oh boy. Well. Say, this is like Konami's mindset now. Make annoying stuff. Me, I'm just a straightforward brawler that wants to do the brawling, which my opponent won't let me do because he just wants to stop everything I want to do. Alrighty, so now it's our turn. Summon a thing. Okay, so opponent had to track card while this card's already face up. You go look at your opponent's hand, banish a card face down. I think I want to chain and perm to this to stop this thing. That way I get all my zones. I can't stop whatever this thing. Look at your opponent's hand, banish a card face down. Yep. Just keep banishing all my things, why don't you? You know, punish me for playing a deck at all. Can you imagine trying to play like a more casual deck against this? Where everything you play just keeps hitting every card you want to do? That would be dreadful. Okay, look at extra deck. Why can't you use the prepare effect? Because chain order. That's why. It has to be face up already. So, we're going to use Raptor's effect. He'll get to hit another card in my extra deck, and that'll hit another card in my main dick. My dick. He'll hit my dick. Such is the way of life that my dick is just on display for this man and his unicorn. Okay, so I lose Scrap Wyvern. And then I lose a bunch of cards. Luckily, nothing I needed. Alright, well, this guy and me are just not getting along too well. You know that? We really aren't. So, as is, what one must do, I shall move forward. I have not yet given up. I refuse to do so, in fact. So, Scrap Wyvern, Scrap Factory, and chain Scraptor. So, I shall add to my hand, my Chimera. And let's see, Golem. And then another Golem, I think. And then I get to pop a card. What do I want to pop? I can just bounce that. I can just bounce another, although I kind of want to kill that. Okay, so we're going to pop the unicorn, I feel, because I can bounce these. So what I'm going to do is do exactly that. See, my opponent wanted to stop me from playing the game. I'm about to stop him from having life points. What can I tell you? Kids these days have no respect for the gentlemen of old. Back in my day, we had to work hard to stop our opponent from playing. We had to play Gravity Bind. Gravity Bind! Get out of here. Go away. Alrighty, well, there you go. You try to stop your opponent from playing with annoying junk like this. This is what happens to you when you run up to the scrapyard. You're gonna get tetanus. from the rusty scrap. That's what's going to happen. So, there's a perfect indication of what happens when the scraps go all in. Don't surrender, folk. You know, my opponent, he had a really annoying setup where basically every time I did something, he could just interrupt my things. It was never enough. Then he hit the wrong things because he thought I was going for the trains. I can go for whatever I please. So, let's go ahead for duel number 2. And hopefully show off more what this deck can do. Let's show off the trains next. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. And maybe hopefully this time we'll see. Okay, there's the trains already. I was about to say, can we get some train action? Yes, we can. So what are we up against? That's the question we need to answer first. Warriors of some form. Anthem Knights. Okay. Not ideal, but if I can stop Rusty Bardiche, I should be okay. I just need to stop a Bardiche that is rusty. And I should be okay, I think. Let's see. Phantom Knight, Rusty Cloak. Send the Phantom Knight card from deck to grave except for himself and just send like a couple of cloaks. No, he hadn't sent his card yet. I thought for a second he sent another. No, he's gonna send boots. Alright, so far there seems to be more or less pure Phantom Knights. Okay. That's not too crazy. It's not too crazy. Alrighty. So he's gonna make Sherbini in a bikini. Alrighty, so now he gets to... Remind me how Silent Boots works. And he's already normal summoned, right? Yeah. So... Send the Phantom Knights card. I better hold off on my Imperm. I feel like if I Imperm willy-nilly, bad things will happen. Or, conversely, he's just playing Brave tokens. Brave tokens? More like obnoxious tokens. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead, everybody at home, until this guy's done. When Brave tokens show up, it just gets dull. So I'll be back as soon as this guy's done. And we'll see if we can run him over with the train. Alrighty, so my opponent has ended his turn. He didn't actually go for any Brave tokens, so I'm kind of curious as to what that was all about. But I'm good with it regardless. So, you know, he's got Rusty Bardiche, got the Phantom Cloak and all that good stuff. Nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. So we're going to ditch Rose Nix here. Don't want it in my hand. And let me think. How are we going to do this one? We have many, many things we can do here. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Summon forth Scrap Recycler and attempt to use its ability. We're going to try and send Machina Citadel. If we can, I should be able to do some stuff. Yes, sir. So, we'll special summon Bullet Train from our hand, because all we have is the Earth Machines. And hey, there you go. Here's a choo-choo man. So, we're going to go from there, essentially. Go ahead and use Rose Nix's ability. And bring out this spiffy token. And, yeah, basically, we'll see. I don't know if he'll allow me to do everything I want to do. Probably won't. But we'll give it a shot anyway. So, we'll attempt to bring back our boy. Oh, hey, he's actually allowing that. Sweet. So bring that back. Pop that. And then, Wyvern will go off. And because an Earth Machine was destroyed, Citadel comes back to the board. And he does have that negate, but I also have a field nuke now that I have Citadel if I happen to need it. I kind of wanted to use it for other things, but we'll see how it goes. So we're going to bring out our Scrap Golem and pop that. No Fog Blade for you. And my opponent surrenders. Well, that is unfortunate. I finally get the choo-choo. I wasn't even going to use Citadel. I was going to make Libe. I was going to have a 16,000, not 60, 12,000 point Juggernaut Libe. Dang it. Don't you hate it when your opponent doesn't do something? and then they regret it, and then they run away, is sad. Is sad. But I'm a little curious what the Brave tokens are. Maybe he was locked into it. He must have been locked out of it. Okay. Well, regardless, there you go. There's the synergy with the trains. At the very least, you got to see some of that. You know, I've got Citadel, I've got Bullet Train, I've got whatever rank 10 I desire, because I'm not locked into anything. So, let's go for one more duel, and hopefully we'll get the perfect opponent that'll allow us to do our combo, and at least let us attempt to attack. That would be nice. Alrighty, third and final opponent, last chance for romance. We're showing off the deck, but we haven't had that perfect opponent yet, I feel. Like, we've had decent opponent, but not great opponent yet. What I need is the perfect opponent. Someone who tests my powers. And allows me to do stuff. Not like that. That is certainly not letting me do stuff. Alright. You know what? I can do stuff. You know what? I really just want to do the Choo-Choo Man bit. I've already done scraps. This is going to be a week of scraps. We're going to do a lot of scraps. I want to do the trains. You know, trains are cool. One of those archetypes that is just, like, universally enjoyable. They don't need no negates. Don't need no floodgates. Oh, I mean, early builds did a little bit of floodgating, but nowadays, it's all about the beatdown. What is this? Ancient Warriors. What on earth does this do? I don't even know what that did. You tossed a coin. Toss a coin. Head sent to the grave. This card's sent to the grave. Okay, so if this leaves the board, something happens. I don't know what it does. There's too many words. During the main phase, summon an Ancient Warriors from the hand. If you do take damage, you reduce the level. And this is like... It does nothing because I have no monsters. Okay. I think I'm okay. Ancient Warriors do things. Ancient Warrior go burr. I don't remember what they all do. I remember Blue Boy and Green Boy. This is Green Boy. No Blue Boy yet. That's about all I remember. So send this card to the grave. He's setting all these spells up, but, like, none of them do anything until they leave the board. I mean, this doesn't do anything unless I have a monster. This doesn't do anything unless... hold on. When this card declares an attack... Let's see. Okay, so if he attacks, something happens. Now he's special summoning. Okay, so now he's doing something. He's got the Fearsome Boy. Fearsome's Yang Wong. I think that's how you pronounce that one. Target opponent's monster. Okay, I have no monsters. Again. He's doing stuff. I'm very confused. Normally I skip over this sort of thing. Well, my opponent's just doing nothing, but there you go. Let's see. Card Link Summon. Add an Ancient Warrior card from the deck to the hand. No? Like, I would have preferred to save that, but I'm pretty sure he can just summon Lu Bu from his hand. I don't remember exactly how Lu Bu works, but I think that's how it works. Something to that effect. Alright, let me think about this. Get back Scrapraptor, do Combo Wombo, or normal summon that Express Knight and hope for the best. We'll see. No, he's a little smarter than that. My opponent was slightly smarter than a carton of eggs. So, what is this doing? It's sent to the grave. Nothing. Can't activate cards in response to the act. Oh, okay. So it does nothing right now, basically. Okay. So, we're pretty much at a standstill here. I probably should have just gone for the Scrap Chimera. I'll do that next turn. I just really wanted to do the trains, man. I was denied train satisfaction. Y'all gotta give this to me, man. There's only, you can't play trains every day or else you get stale. Sometimes you gotta take a break from it. But when you play the trains, you just gotta go for it. You just gotta go for it, man. So what's this doing? Okay, you make yourself bigger. And I guess you can ditch that to bounce me at the same time. And this does, again, nothing if it's sent to the grave. And this does... Oh. I have a feeling me and my opponent both bricked a little bit. I mean, granted, I was able to stop this. If I hadn't stopped this, he'd have Lu Bu, and that thing just keeps popping your cards. They can pop during both main phases. Something I don't want to have to deal with. Alright. Enough dicking around the dick. I summoned forth Scrap Chimera. Stop that. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. Okay, he's not that dumb. My opponent's at least smart enough not to do that. Alright. Let's go ahead and tap to destroy our Scrapraptor. That'll activate his effect. And we'll add ourselves Scrap Recycler. So we have an extra normal summon. And you know what? Hold on. I'm actually going to read this for a second. I think if I just beat into this, I can at least bait out one of these spells. I can bait out his bounce and then do combos. And he won't be able to do a thing about it. Alright. That will do. And I could just summon back Scrap Chimera. But no. I'm going to do other things. I have other things I can do, and I shall do them. So we'll summon Derek Crane. You know? I can do... Oh, well... I could do the thing I want to do, right? Maybe. Potentially. We'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to do full train action, folks. I really want to. That's kind of the idea with this deck, was to do train time. Trains and scraps working together, side by side, unified. But, you know, one time we were gonna go for the trains. Our opponent was like, no. Well, regardless of this, at the very least, I'm gonna have some stuff and some things. So let's get back Scrap Recycler. We can get our Machina Citadel set up. You know? It's all good, you know? Life gives you lemonade. Drink the lemonade. That's the saying. That's how that goes. I could make Raigo. Do I really need to make Raigo? Not really? I could? I'll be fine. I got Machina Citadel in the graveyard. I think I'll be okay. The only thing I worry about is, like, him drawing into Lu Bu and... Well, actually, I can play around Lu Bu, because even if he summons Lu Bu and pops a monster, I can bring out Citadel. And fun fact about Lu Bu is that if you have the highest attack monster in the end phase, your opponent has to give you a Lu Bu. Nice top deck. Very nice. Loyal Guan Yun. Let's see. What does this do again? Target a monster opponent controls, destroy it. Okay. So he'll probably destroy Wyvern, to be honest. Or Golem. One of those two. Because destroying these two will give him many troubles. Many troubles over 1,000 feet. I don't think that's a real Chinese proverb. But it vaguely sounds like it. Alright, my opponent is actually a bit cleverer than he looks, because he just got rid of everything that he needed to. He's smart enough not to willy-nilly go after Citadel. So let me think about this. So if I summon forth Scrap Chimera, I can activate Scrap Chimera to bring back Scraptor. And then go for Scraptor. And Scraptor can pop Recycler. And then Citadel will come forth. And then, no. I could do that, but no. Alright. Well, we were denied it last time, but this time I shall not be denied. This time, I'm just gonna go straight for the goal. I'm straight going for the goal, people. Woo. I'm trying not to scream and alert the neighbors, but I'm a little upset about that one. Alright, well, we were denied today. Let's end this. Let's go for the end screen. I feel very down now. Well, everybody, the train scrap deck, it did okay. It did what we wanted it to do. We got the combos going, but never any satisfaction. Every time we went for Choo Choo Man, my opponents left. I mean, granted, I didn't have, like, the greatest of opponents today, but at the very least, I was hoping there would be some decency to let me, like, do the thing I wanted to do. But I was denied. I hate to even say that I won any duels today, because I didn't get to do train. Scraps did just fine. But the Choo Choos were denied. And I feel drained. Well, regardless, folks, I hope you took some enjoyment out of this. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you learned about this synergy here. Maybe you're willing to try scrap trains yourself. If so, please consider that like button and help the channel by letting me know that you enjoy what I do. Consider the subscribe button. You know, it helps as well. I'm not going to force you, of course. That's all up to you if you want to sub or not. I just say, give it a thought. And tomorrow on the Scrap Week is another experimental one with Scrap Mech Lords. That's going to be an interesting one, a much more casual sort of scrap deck, even more so than this one. And we'll see how that goes. So until next time, your boy, the Memphis Accelerator, is signing out. Take care till next time. I'll see you later.